Hello you guys, it's Katie and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be planning out my 2022 temperature blanket. So yes, I am doing a temperature blanket this year and this video is my first one on it where I'm going to be planning it out, and then at the very beginning of next year I will have a video on how it went and sharing like monthly updates of my progress and all of that. So I did just want to say a couple things. First off, I'm going to be creating this pattern, so you guys won't see that for about a year, but I am going to be doing that, and I plan on releasing the pattern at the end of December. That way y'all can use it for 2023 if you plan on doing a temperature blanket. And another thing is I need to share with the yarns with you guys, but I'm going to move to the floor to share them because there's a lot of them that I don't feel like bringing over here. And then the main thing for this video is just going to be planning out what stitches I want to use, how I want to format the blanket, and what colors I would like to be for each temperature, if I want to use the high temperatures or the low temperatures, or like the temperatures at noon every day, or however I want to work that, and then kind of trying to plan from there. And that will be this video, and then the video that you're going to see this time next year is going to be the process of actually making the blanket, as well as my little like overview of what I thought of it, if I will do another temperature blanket, all of that kind of stuff. Like I said though, that's a year from now, so that's gonna be a long time, but right now we're just gonna plan out the whole temperature blanket, because as of filming this it is the 30th, so I have tomorrow, and then after that I gotta start the blanket. Anyways, let's transition so that I can show you all the yarns, which I did show in my Black Friday haul, but I'm gonna show you them again and give you the color names, and then we're gonna get started. Hello again. So we're on the floor now, and I don't have the best setup for filming on the floor, so I apologize, but I have a clipboard, a piece of cardstock paper, a Sharpie, and a hole puncher, because my plan basically is to punch holes down the side and tie little pieces of each yarn that I want to use for each color and label it with what temperatures each color is going to be for. But before that, I'm going to share all of the colors I have with you guys. So my temperature blanket is going to be made out of Lion Brand's Pound of Love yarns. So these were on sale, I think, for $6.99 instead of $10.99 on Black Friday, so I picked up 10 of them. Now, I'm not going to use all of these colors, I don't think, but I'm going to tell you all 10 of them right now, because I still haven't decided which ones I'm going to use and which ones I'm not going to use. First we have white, next we have pumpkin spice, which by the way all of these are medium weight 4 and 100% premium acrylic, and again 16 ounces, 1 pound. Denim, pastel pink, tissel, which I actually didn't realize, I looked it up, I think it's a flower, cherry, winter green, pastel blue, and finally we have Maisie. I'm gonna go through and figure out what I want my temperature ranges to be, and then once I figured that out, I'll know how many yarns I need and I can eliminate some. So that's the plan to start out with. Okay y'all, So I have my temperatures written out as well as the colors for what each temperature is going to be. So we have 30 to 40 as the purple color, 41 to 50 being the light blue, 51 to 60 being the darker blue, 60 to 70 being green, 71 to 80 being yellow, 81 to 90 being orange, 91 to 100 being red, less than 30 being the light pink. So for the 100 and above, I actually don't have any color here, just because I'm like 95% sure, probably more than 95, that I'm not gonna need anything for over 100, because I'm actually doing the low temperatures every day for my blanket. So some people do the high, some people do the low, some people do whatever it was at some specific point in the day. I'm personally doing the low temperature every day, just because I feel like where I am, if I did the high or like the temperature at 1, 2, 3 o'clock every day, it would be mostly orange, red, and yellow here, and almost no other color variety. So I want to do the low for every day, so that maybe we actually get to like the light blue and the purple at some point. So I don't currently have a color for over 100, just for that reason. And if it does happen to be 100 for the low one day, honestly, I'm leaving Florida. But yeah, I just put that there in case somewhere where y'all live that's a possibility, then you can do that. Or if you're doing like the high temperature every day and you live somewhere where it's pretty warm, then you'll obviously want a color for this. But I decided against that because I want a little bit more of color variety in mine, and I think the low temperature every day will give me a little more variety than the highs, because the highs are almost always 80, 90, somewhere around there, and the lows sometimes get to like 60 or below. So anyways, that is that. My plan for actually crocheting, I think I'm gonna do single crochets or maybe half double crochets, because they're almost the same size as far as like the stitch height. And I'm thinking each month being a different square, so not like granny squares, but like I don't know what those squares are called. I guess I need to put up a picture on the screen of what I'm talking about, like the squares. I've seen people make like whole rectangular blankets out of this type of square, but I want to do each month one square and each row being one day is the plan. And you know, not every month has the same amount of days, so how I'm gonna counteract that is using the white yarn to attach all of the squares, all 12 of them, and on like the months that are only 30 days instead of 31, there'll be an extra row of white, and in February, where there's only 28 days instead of 30 or 31, those extra days will have rows of white is the plan. That way every square is 31 rows, and then there'll be white in between every square to attach it as well, so it won't look like out of place, I'm hoping. Yes, and the reason I'm doing squares instead of like one whole big thing, because if you do one whole thing, each row is gonna get longer and longer and longer and longer, which is fine. But for me personally, I don't want it to get too big to where every, like by the end of December you would have to be doing like a couple hundred stitches every single day, and that does not seem fun. And the blanket I think would be way too big, versus doing 12 squares for the 12 months. I think you could do like a 3x4 and it would be a nice rectangular size blanket is the plan. That's the vision for what's up here, but don't know if that's gonna happen. Okay, so I just decided that I am gonna do single crochets, just because I don't want this to be like a very long project. And I'm gonna use 5mm hook. So I'm gonna write some of this down actually. Okay, so we're using Lion Brand Pound of Love yarn and a 5mm crochet hook, and that's the gist of my 2022 temperature blanket. I guess I'm gonna also do this little I'm gonna do a little graph, I guess you could say. So here's my lovely little graph that I have created. I just made a little graph, so it's gonna be like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December, in that order for the squares once I attach everything. And then in between to attach them is going to be the white yarn, also doing single crochets to attach. And on the months where it's not quite 31 rows, there will be rows of white to make 31 rows. I hope that makes sense, and I hope it turns out the way I'm picturing it in my head. But that is going to be all for this video, y'all. I hope you enjoyed watching me plan my 2022 temperature blanket. I could not wait to share the blanket at the end of the year, and I'm sure I won't be able to hold myself back from sharing updates on Instagram, maybe like every month or so on my Instagram story, maybe an Instagram post, not sure there, but still Katie Being Creative on Instagram if you want to see little progress updates. And like I said, that video that will be coming out this time next year will be updates every month on the blanket, as well as my final thoughts and if I'll do it again, what I would do differently, all that kind of stuff. But with that, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you're making a temperature blanket, or if you've ever made a temperature blanket, or what projects you're planning on for 2022. Any of that, I would love to hear all of that below. If you guys do want to see more videos of mine, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. You want to turn on the post notification bell, that way you know every single time I upload a brand new video. And if you want to see more from me, you can check out more videos of mine, my blog, my Etsy shop, my podcast, all of my social medias, and my vlog channel in the description box down below, as well as the yarns that I showcased in this video will also be linked below. And with all of that, thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you on Mondays and Fridays on this channel, as well as on Wednesdays on my vlog channel. Goodbye!